got done with volleyball, so I'm kind of sweaty. But I was just gonna talk to you guys about coronavirus and quarantine and like everything that's going on with my school and procedures that they're making us follow and all that jazz. So first thing I was going to talk about is like entering the building. So my high school is a senior high school, so we only have 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, so we have 4 grades in our school. And so the freshmen enter through the main office doors, and then we have a athletic office, which is on the same side of the school, but it's like 100 yards to the left of the main office. So the sophomores enter through the athletic office doors, and this is in the morning, like whenever you get off the bus. You have to wear masks on the bus, you have to wear masks when you enter the building, you have to wear masks the entire day. The juniors and seniors usually drive, so whenever we get there in the morning, we park in our parking spots, and when you enter the building, you have to put your mask on, and we enter through the south parking lot doors, which is on the other side of the building. So they're trying to keep us separated as much as possible. Whenever you enter into the doors, they have these temperature scanners, the thermal heat scanners, and they randomly take people's temperatures, and then you walk through the doors, and you're supposed to have your mask on already, and you are required to get hand sanitizer. And then you go to your class, and you sit through your class. You have to wear your mask the whole time. And when the class gets over, everybody is in the hallways at the same time. But their rule is you can only go to your locker before school, at lunch, and then after school. So you can only go 3 times a day. Our school is on block scheduling, so if you don't know what that is, you have 8 classes, so 4 classes are on a black day, which is just a school day, and then the next day is your other 4 classes, so then that's called a gold day, and then the next day is your black day again. So you go black day, gold day, black day, gold day, and you just alternate which classes you go to, but you have 4 classes each day. So you only get to go to your lockers 3 times a day, and each class is an hour and a half. So you're not allowed to eat in your classes. You're only allowed to have water, and you're supposed to social distance at all times. The hallways are not social distanced. Let's think, what else is there? Lunch period is pretty crazy. So they have, our lunch period is 2 hours long, but an hour and a half you go to school, or you go to class, and then the extra 30 minutes is your lunch period. So that 2 hours is separated into 4 categories, A, B, C, and D. So you have A lunch, B lunch, C lunch, D lunch. But then each lunch section has 3 more sections within it. So lunch A has black squares, white triangles, and gold circles. And each section has 3 different smaller sections within it. So they're trying to separate the kids for lunch as much as possible. So each lunch section that goes to lunch is like separated within like a 10-minute time span. So every 10 minutes they're letting 2 classes go to lunch. And so it's constantly moving, it's constantly going. They don't have an extra food line, so you have to eat what's on your tray, what you get on your tray, or you have to bring your lunch. You aren't allowed to go get your own waters. They have to give it to you. You have to sanitize before you walk into the lunch line. You have to stay 6 feet apart in the lunch line. The only time during the day that you're allowed to take your mask off is during lunch, and they have only 3 people sitting at each lunch table. So you're only allowed to sit with your lunch. So if I'm a gold square, I'm only allowed to sit with other gold squares, which sucks. Like senior year, like everyone's expecting it to go like so good, and like you're expected to make a bunch of memories, and this is my senior year, and we're not getting any of that, so that kind of sucks. But once you are at the end of your day, if you go to your locker at the end of the day, you're to exit the school at the same place that you entered. So if you're a sophomore, you go to athletic office doors. If you're a freshman, you exit through the main office and you walk to wherever you're supposed to be at. And then for sports, my sport I play right now for fall is volleyball. And for volleyball, during the games, we have to have an alternating bench. So one girl is sitting diagonal from you, 6 feet behind you, and then the girl beside you to the right is also diagonal, but she's also 6 feet apart. So our benches are separated. If you're on the court, you don't have to be wearing a mask, but as soon as you come off the court, you have to put your mask on unless you're getting a drink. You have to have hand sanitizer beside your bench, beside your chair, and you have to sanitize every time you come out. And if you're if the coach calls a timeout, every player that's on the court and every player that was on the bench is supposed to go huddle around for the timeout, but you have to be wearing a mask. That's basically it. Whenever you enter and exit the building during sports, you have to be wearing a mask, and all of our bags are 6 feet apart. I'm trying to think. So yeah, that's about it. I think that they could probably be doing more, but as of right now, it's working pretty well, and they're still getting a lot of people to be able to go to school and learn in a good environment. And I've enjoyed going back to school, but it's definitely not the senior year that I thought I was going to get to have, and memories I was going to get to make, because football team is only allowed to sell 250 tickets, and we have 90 players on our football team, and each football player gets 4 to 5 tickets for their family members to be able to go to the games. So we won't be having a student section. Hardly any hardly any students will be able to get a ticket to go to the games. So it's just going to be really different. But yeah, hope you guys had a good day, and hope you enjoy school. So